The views and opinions expressed by this show are those of the show host and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of STL Hits. Any comments or questions should be directed to the show host, not STL Hits. STL Hits.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Welcome to the Daddy Murr and Nina Show. We got a great show for you today. We're going to be interviewing Al Harlow. Hey, Al, how's it going?
Really well, thank you. How are you doing over there?
Doing well. And why don't you go ahead and plug yourself, tell everybody where you're from and all the good stuff, and where they can find your music real quick.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so we're up here in Canada. I'm on the west coast of Canada in Vancouver, and up here I'm more or less known for my work with the rock band Prisim, and this is my first solo album, and it's funny, we're actually we're probably doing better in the States right now with you folks and all the good radio people down there than my own home country right now. So it's good to be with you.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you, and we look forward to hearing some of your stuff here. And so you've been in music for a while then, right?
Yes, a capital W on while, yes.
So who was, when you was younger, who really inspired you to be a musician, I guess?
Well, let's see. I was doomed from the start because I was just the right age to see the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. So that British invasion thing. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Who. That's where all the trouble really started. But I also had an older sister who was just the right age to be in that first wave of Elvis Presley fans. So there was no escape. I had no choice.
Oh my, a hunka burning love.
Yeah.
I love Elvis.
So where can people find your music at?
Well, we're on all the platforms, everything from Spotify through iTunes. But the hardware, we're on colored vinyl as well as CDs. And isn't it great that CDs are actually making a comeback with the younger generation now? So my home site store, alharlow.com, that's alharlow.com, is where all the hard copy is.
That's awesome. So colored vinyl. Now, vinyl's making a big comeback. All the younger generation, 20 and 30 years younger than me, is really getting into the vinyl sound like we did when we was kids.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah. And yeah, so we got black vinyl and colored. And yeah, it's that tactile sense of holding an album cover in your hands. Actually there's a connection there that's not really in the digital world, like you can read the liner notes and you can really, kind of take hold of the music more that way.
Absolutely.
And I think right now, especially after the last 2 years of not touching anything, the touch thing is very important to people.
Yeah, there's a real world connection here, and and the younger people they're grabbing onto that. It's real.
And what a way to connect. It's with music, you touch so many hearts, you touch so many lives.
Inspire.
Oh, yeah. The universal language, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It is. And, if everybody's sitting around listening to music, they're not going out and trying to
Fight
or kill each other or
right.
whatever.
Yeah,
It calms the beast, it's a blessing.
that's true.
Heals the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and play one of your songs real quick. Which one would you like to play first there, Al?
Well, I think "Let It Go" it's kind of the flagship first song off the record. So if you've got that handy, "Let It Go."
And here it is, "Let It Go" by Al Harlow. "Let It Go" by Al Harlow. What a great song, man. I tell you what, that's going to be my theme song because people tell me all the time I cannot let it go.
Yeah, there's a bit of advice in there, isn't there?
Yes, definitely. That's such a fun tune. I love it.
Well, thanks. I certainly enjoyed making the record. We took our time and we thought, we didn't want any filler. We wanted every song to really hit home, and the whole album's pretty much autobiographical and stuff. So I want to leave a lot of room for people to really get comfortable with the record and make it a friend, like a drive time friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly because not only do people connect more so on a deeper level with your music, but they connect with you at the same time.
Yeah, you've got to put that human element in there. Like, so it's not just, oh well, this guy have a couple of decent songs, but more or less, let's get together. Come on into my world. It just you really want to create a complete landscape.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I was watching a video. I was watching one of your videos. Now, I can't remember which one it was, but I loved it because you kind of have a peacock up there, It reminded me of,
It's called showmanship.
Oh, I love it. And a lot of people don't do that. They just stand there,
Well, thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
That's kind of my reputation, but I just always thought, it's kind of in the tradition of the R&B guys like James Brown. There's a guy, Little Richard, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So and of course Prince carried on that tradition too. So I just always thought, well, if you're on a stage and the lights are up and people are looking at you, don't just stand there and look at the tops of your shoes. You better put on a show. I think that's just important. That's just part of the visual aspect of the energy.
And it's so much fun, and it gets you, like you said, the aspect of that visual. If you're up there dancing, I'm going to be dancing.
Well, I tell you what, if you ever watch AC/DC and you watch Angus, he exhausts you.
Oh, my gosh.
That's exactly right. Now we're talking.
I don't know how that guy has that much energy, especially now, because we know that everybody our age is getting a little older.
I'm out of breath going up a set of stairs. I don't...
But when you got a couple of thousand people in front of you, that adrenaline, it's just, it's give and take, it's just really feeding off of the enthusiasm of the crowd for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And, you feed off of them, they feed off of you, and it just spirals out of control. Yeah.
I'm for my part of it, it's very selfish.
No, I told Daddy Murr here that every time I've gone to a concert, like a large concert, my favorite part is the energy. You get tingles all over your body whenever you're in the middle of listening to the performer, and everybody else around you is going crazy, and you just go crazy, and you just have so much fun with it.
Absolutely. You nailed it. That's the center of the whole thing. It's just a fun celebration, and it's a sense of community. It's just all those things.
Yeah, absolutely. I really miss going to large shows.
Yeah, hopefully that's coming back.
Yeah.
I hope so, too. I mean, it seems like it is. It seems like everybody's starting to, loosen up a little bit. And I know everybody's dying to get back to some kind of normality.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we are slowly right now. I don't know how it is up there. Do you guys still have to wear your masks everywhere?
Well, it's that same as you have in the U.S. There's kind of a patchwork where I think all the mandates are being eased back, and it's becoming kind of a personal responsibility. But I think everybody's trying to be courteous and careful up here, and just let it gradually all heal, and just create this whole new sense of normal.
Right. Now, are you originally from Vancouver? Is that where you said?
Yeah. It's funny though, when our band Prisim first started having its success, we were on the Billboard charts before we charted in Canada. So everybody thought we were American, which was fine with me.
You sound just like we do.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know what I mean. We
talk
next
door neighbors. Yeah, we're the same. Yeah, we're cousins.
We talk to a lot of people in the UK.
I guess she expected you to speak French.
I expected a couple of A's in there.
Oh,
yeah. How you doing, eh?
Hey,
hey, yeah. Like Canadian bacon, eh?
Yeah,
that's exactly right. Yeah.
Now,
maple syrup.
That's right.
We're not making fun of you. We're making fun with you.
Absolutely. I'm on board. I'm all over that.
Yeah, and the differences between the countries that we talk to is so wonderful because you talk to, like I said, we speak to a lot of people in the UK, and the accents are different, and
The slang's different.
and it's just wonderful to hear how everybody speaks.
Oh, yeah. And isn't it funny because the person that you're talking to, they're convinced that they do not have an accent. If anybody has an accent, it's you, not me.
Right?
which is part of the charm. It's fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that happened to me when I went up to Madison, Wisconsin for. I used to work as a machinist, and I had to go up there because I became part of the union, and they sent me to Union Shop Steward School up in Madison, Wisconsin, on the college campgrounds. And there was a girl there that was from another union, but she had that heavy Canadian accent,
Right.
Oh, my.
and the slang, and she lived in Wisconsin, but right on the border, And she made fun of me because I sounded weird.
Meanwhile, of course, she's coming in with her whole dialect, thinking that that's just
Right. I found it hilarious.
yeah. I love it.
Because I don't know what a St. Louis accent actually sounds like, except
No.
for, pronunciation is really off
Right.
for me.
with the fork, you know how you say
Fark.
fork?
Oh, yeah.
My whole family says fark.
Oh, okay, there it is.
See, that's a specific Missouri thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it is just charming. It's melodic. It sounds beautiful to the rest of us.
Yes.
So you want to play another one of your songs there, buddy?
Wow, yeah, whatever you got in front of you there. I know that My Mind is Running Away is sort of the current single, and I threw a couple of curveballs in there too. There's He Don't Live Here No More and Meet Me in the Sky, and they're all just ready to go. They're just dying to be heard.
And that's what we're doing. We're getting it out there. That's the whole purpose of STL Hits. If you go to stlhits.com, you could find all of our little buttons on there that tells you where we send our podcasts to. And you can listen live
On a bunch of different platforms. You can listen to the radio station live on Live 365 app, My Radio app, Streama, Simple Radio. There's just so many different ones that we put out, and putting out a lot more all the time. And also, Al, here pretty soon, we're going to be releasing the STL Hits TV Roku channel.
Yes.
Hopefully within the next 6 weeks. Oh, thank you so much. And it's going to be a full entertainment TV channel. Hopefully we're going to have some, interesting original shows that we're going to invite people to make themselves.
Wow.
Okay.
That's spectacular.
Independent artists, music, independent artists, hopefully like cooking shows or whatever.
Sure.
We're going to
So,
have large variation.
Yeah, and over the next year and a half, it's going to really expand and blow up and have so much different variety. It's really hard to categorize the way that this TV network's going to be.
Wow, congratulations, and I'm privileged to be part of it. It's really a thrill to be along for the ride.
Yeah, you're going to be a part of it because we're going to be putting this show and every show from here on out on STL Hits TV on Roku. And the Roku's phase 1, Al, and after phase 1, which is probably going to take a few months because it's a lot of work, phase 2 is going to be Amazon Fire Stick.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to be hitting billions of people as far as, putting everything out there.
Holy moly.
Worldwide.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is. It's very exciting. I'm losing sleep over it.
But to be able to find where we have everything, everybody needs to go to stlhits.com, and we'll have all of the shortcuts to get to where they need to be.
Yep, absolutely. And also, when it's released, stlhitstv.com.
Yep.
So we're keeping everything the same brand. That way it makes it nice and simple for everybody. Now, that's enough for a commercial. Let's go ahead and play Al's song, My Mind is Running Away. My mind is running away with you. I forgot the "with you" on the when we started playing it.
I would definitely go to one of your concerts, Al.
Well, thank you. That warms my heart. Come on along here. We'll go backstage and we'll eat the deli tray.
There you go.
Now, are you planning to tour as a solo act now?
Well, we're certainly hoping so. As we mentioned before, I think we all live in hope. Everyone's hoping we can kind of open up and get back to doing what we love to do. And of course, my band Prisim tours coast to coast up here, especially in the outdoor concert season, the festival season and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I want to get the new music out there and get it on stage where it belongs.
Absolutely. Now, are you guys still together as Prisim also then?
Yeah, that's kind of my home base. And somebody asked me this. Well, gee, Al, you're being Al Harlow here. You're putting out your own stuff. And my answer to that is, yeah. Well, when my old buddies in Prisim first asked me to come along and be part of that a band back in the late '70s, I was down the street already recording my first Al Harlow album. So I kind of took a 40-year coffee break, to do the Prisim thing.
Right.
And now I'm getting back to it. I'm getting back to being me.
Well, that's awesome. And I'm taking it your bandmates, they don't feel like you're doing a Freddie Mercury on them?
Oh no, it's okay. Yeah. Brian Ferry of Roxy Music, that kind of thing. No, it's all right. We're allowed to be creative.
Right.
Yeah. Well, hey, a lot of times you don't get the same support from your buddies when you're trying to do something a little bit different. That's why, it sounds like that everybody's supporting you very well.
Yeah, and I think everyone's just really enjoying the new music, and I'm kind of being cheered on, in a very supportive way. Like, hey, Al, go, buddy, get this thing out there.
Well,
Yeah.
I love it, and everything that you sent me is going up on the STL Hits rotation.
I really appreciate that, and thanks, you guys. You're doing a great job over there with the way this whole thing is taken off. It's really exciting.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's exciting for us, too. See, years ago, I was with a different radio station, the Daddy Murr Show, and, I was out of it for, 6 or 7 years and then came back. And when I came back, I decided, you know what? Instead of just doing a show, I'm going to do a host station.
Yeah.
That way I have control of what I want to play, right? So we have a lot of mainstream music on our station right now, but we're changing everything over to more of the independent artists and people that need to get heard, more so than the people that have been heard a million times.
Wow. And that is, well, it's more than just a public service. I mean, there's a lot of deserving artists out there who are in today's busy world, where there's so many choices. It's just wonderful that people can be heard. And thank you for doing that.
Oh, that's our pleasure. And, we interview people from all over the world. And I tell you what, the most of the ones that we interview, I'm not going to say all of them, but most of the ones that we interview really do deserve to be heard and get out there.
Oh,
because they're very
absolutely.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's good to know. There's people out there doing brand new things, and that has to be heard.
There's so many new genres that I've never heard of that I feel so privileged doing this that now, I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot, and I'm enjoying it so much.
Oh, absolutely. And when we get to talk to legends like Mr. Al Harlow here,
Absolutely.
that just makes it all even worth it, even a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shucks, I'm humbled. We're all in this thing together, it's a team effort.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
really true.
Now, I had the pleasure of interviewing one time James Reeves, the #1 sound man in the world.
Wow.
Have you ever worked with him?
I haven't had the privilege, no, but I've heard of him.
Okay, yeah, he's based out of Chicago, James Reeves Studios in Chicago. Super, super nice guy. And when I was doing my interview with him, it was on Skype, of course, and behind him was all these gold little disc and platinum little disc and little gold statues holding some kind of world up and all this stuff. And I tried to ask him about it, but he's like, That's just stuff that people drop off. He wasn't about to talk about none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
but
hardware.
He worked with a lot of the greats. That's one of the reasons why I asked you if you had ever gotten a chance to work with him. Super, super nice guy.
Well, I hope that day is coming. Yeah, I mean, I know he's a legend, and yeah, maybe one of these days we'll be in the same room at the same time.
Well, when you are, let me know, because I want to be there too. Chicago's not that far away. I'll drive up there today.
We'll drop everything.
Me too. I'll be right over.
Take it on the road.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different band, a different song. We're not talking about them right now. So what is... Everybody has dreams, right? So what is probably your dream for yourself over the next few years?
Well, there's still lots more to be done, you know. I mentioned, you know, the new album, of course, is called Harlow Now, and that album that I mentioned that I was doing when I joined Prisim, I've done a digital remastering of that. So that's going to be like an archival album called Al Harlow Then, Before the Beginning, you know. So I'm kind of just getting it out there to paint a picture of the whole perspective, because people have asked me, you know, well, especially up here in Canada, you know, Prisim has kind of a long, you know, legendary story to it, a checkered past. So I've been asked to get the biography out. So I'm just kind of getting it out there, you know, getting the book out. And the Then album and this brand new Al Harlow Now album that'll be kind of one section of the body of work. And you know, I'm into roots music and gospel and all that kind of stuff. So I see some projects coming up where I'm just kind of leave a trail of breadcrumbs here. And so those who are interested, you know, some of the fans that we already have, you know, just keep it interesting, you know, just keep telling the story.
Oh, absolutely. Sounds fantastic. And you have to keep us updated on what you're doing so that we can help share your stuff.
Oh,
share your information.
I so appreciate that very much.
Not a problem. I want to play another one of your songs.
Go for it.
Dealer's choice. We're going to let Al pick again.
Wow. Well, there's one. Let's see. There's. I think you got two more in front of you there. Well, "Meet Me in the Sky" is a very uplifting. I hope people would agree with that. "Meet Me in the Sky."
All right, let me load that up real quick. I was kind of behind the ball on that one. So, "Meet Me in the Sky" by Al Harlow. Now, Al, I'm going to tell you, I was sitting there listening to that song, and it took me back to the time of my first car, driving around in my Chevy Chevette, listening to some of my favorite tunes.
Yeah.
All right.
That's such a good song. I love that.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I wanted to be optimistic, you know.
Well, everything that we've heard as far as your music, everything's optimistic, upbeat, positive. I love it.
Oh, yeah. It's total driving around, you know, going down the river bend, listening to that music, just blasting and just having a good time.
Well, thank you. That'll be my new motto, driving music.
Yeah.
I don't think they created that genre yet.
We're on to new things here.
Yeah. I know there's over 280 different genres, but I don't think driving music is one of them.
Is it 280?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. As of today, it's 281.
There you go.
That's right. 281. There's the next title of your song. 281 by Al Harlow.
I'll pick up my pen and my guitar and write that song.
Yeah, and I don't want nothing for the idea. So
full credit.
I give those ideas away for free.
Oh, I'm a grateful recipient.
You're so gracious. You know, you're such a professional, and we're so proud to have you here on our show today.
Well, thank you so much, and it's great to be with you, and it's just relaxed conversation. It's really enjoyable.
That's what we strive for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Yeah, sometimes I sound like an idiot, but that's okay. That's what I strive for.
I'm
too.
on the bus
It's
with
called
you, buddy.
entertainment. The short bus.
That's right.
I not only rode the short bus, I used to drive one.
We're in good hands.
That's right.
Well, at least I'll get you to your destination.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging the ride. Coming along for the ride.
Okay, so we are running close on time, so you want to go ahead and just give yourself a really good shout out.
Where can everybody find you? Like Twitter and.
Yeah, we're kind of all set up here. Where it's Al Harlow on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. The official Facebook page, and you can get me through the Prisim stuff as well. And once again, the new record is living at alharlow.com, and it's just great to be aware that people are finding the music and they're enjoying it, and it just makes me want to get out there and get on the stage and start doing more.
Now, if you had one piece of advice to give to the younger generation, then what would that be? You think?
Well, as far as doing what we're doing here and being creative, just stay focused. I think there's so many choices these days. Attention spans being so short and all that kind of stuff. Like and have faith. You're not alone. Like just really trust that. The good Lord's looking after you, and your job is to be a good steward of what you've been given, and just don't get distracted, and just stay focused on what it is that you want to do, and it'll fall into place.
What a great piece of advice, and that's not just for the artist. I mean, that's for anybody. That's great advice for anybody for anything that they're doing.
Absolutely. So it's too easy to get pulled away from what you set out to do. So
this world's full of distractions nowadays.
Too many links,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So
now, Al, can we get a shout out for the station from you?
Absolutely.
So if you just say,
a little station ID.
Yeah.
This is Al Harlow with STL Hits on stlhits.com. However you want to say that.
Okay. Here we go. Take one.
Take one.
Hi, this is Al Harlow, and you're listening to stlhits.com. Number one.
Awesome.
I love it.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Yes.
Well, thank you, folks. It was really a pleasure talking with you, and I really hope we can stay in touch. And I'm really looking forward to April 28th too. I'll be dialed right in.
Yeah, April 28th. Join in. Go to stlhits.com. Join us in the chat room. At least Nina will be in the chat room. I have an appointment that evening that I have to be at, but I'll be listening.
Well, thank you. Me too. I'll see you there, and I'm a fan. I'll be glued, man. I'm going to watch and listen to everything you guys are doing. It's really exciting.
Oh, well, we appreciate that.
And we're a fan of yours too. Actually, I was a fan of Prisim's a long time ago.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'll tell the guys.
So, fan of Prisim a long time ago. I'm still a fan of Prisim. What am I saying?
Thank you so much.
Past, present, and future.
Much appreciated, folks, for sure.
Because I know I had your guys' CD, or not CD back then, probably cassette.
But in the early days there was cassettes, vinyl, eventually CDs, and it keeps going.
Now, was you guys ever on 8-track? I don't remember.
I must confess that the first couple of albums were, and yes. So how many formats did we go back to? Not 78, but 45 and 33 and a third. Yes.
Well, Al, it was a pleasure having you on the show. We got to wrap it up, and man, just keep doing what you're doing and keep us informed. And yes, definitely stay in contact with us, and we will help as much as we can.
Well, I so appreciate that, and congratulations on all you're doing. And we're all in this thing together.
That's right.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And everybody out there, thank you for listening to the Daddy Murr and Nina Show. We'll talk to you later.